The law reform essay was a fantastic opportunity for me to firstly enter a competition that I might do well in and then so could put on applications, but secondly also practice writing legal essays.
I saw the essay come up, the competition, and I just saw of so many areas where we could change the law.
The breadth of law that you can write on really is so wide that you could pick anything you like.
And it's your chance to be an advocate and put forward what you truly think would be the best options for the UK going forwards.
People might look at law reform as some sort of geeky activity that's done by communities that are unseen. But I think it is relevant even to an aspiring barrister.
It pretty much does what it says on the tin, which is it's looking at the law as a living, breathing instrument, which is, I guess, something they teach us at university, and putting that into practice.
I mean, it was fantastic because I got to meet Lord Neuberger at the ceremony, which is absolutely great. And I think for me it just really helped to increase my confidence, because it showed me that as a written advocate I can put my case forward and persuade others.
And then to be able to put that on applications, because applying for pupillage is obviously a very competitive process.
A first prize is great. A first prize from an institution like the Bar Council is possibly even better.
Overall best essays, I think this year was £4,000, so not a mean sum.
And it also allows for those involved in law reform to maybe grasp one of the ideas that's being put forward in the essay and say, yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Some of the best essays have recently been used actually by the Law Commission.
Pick a topic that you are genuinely interested in. Pick a problem you think needs solving and try and solve it as best you can.
It felt more accessible to me to talk about something that that I could grasp, and that I just had a strong instinctual feeling that the law was wrong.
I looked at the previous entries and what topics came up every year, and then looked at where the gaps were, what they hadn't heard about, something that would be new and exciting.
I wanted to choose something that was relevant. And so what I did was I looked at recent cases and the legislation that people were challenging in the courts at the time.
What you've got to do is put forward an idea for practical law reform. In other words, it could be implemented going forward in reality.
The best essays have been lively and engaging, and they normally get you within the first page of the essay itself.
You're putting forward, by definition, novel thoughts and novel suggestions with regard to law reform. What you can't do is, well, you can, but it's not going to be successful. You can't simply recycle that which has been said and suggested before.
Keep the reader interested and read, and present the proposal in a clear way so you know what's going to follow. You look for the points of research to back up the argument.
Immerse yourself in the topic that you're writing about, and don't be afraid to draft.
The word count is very small. You will have to be brutal in what you cut out, so don't get too attached to it before you make your final draft.
But as long as you've got those thoughts down on the page, I think it's much easier to rearrange those thoughts on the page rather than try and rearrange the thoughts in your head and come out with a finished product at the first time you type something.
I just think the more processing time you have to think about policy justifications behind the law, what the law is trying to achieve.
The most important thing, and it sounds trite, but actually do it.
It may seem to be a daunting task because the student, in a sense, are asked to start on a clean slate. They have to come up with the idea, they have to justify, they have to argue. So, but actually I think talking to previous competition entrants and winners, it's quite fun actually.